Can I speak? Hello. Hello. Yes, yes. Hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Start. Hello. 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 Mic check, mic check. Mic. Okay, okay, okay. Jai Hind everyone. I'm Amit here, your physics professor of the Physics Wala, and we are here to discuss our NEET UG. Firstly, let's discuss something that what is NEET UG so that our new aspirant also can understand that what is NEET and how we can understand and how it will be help to them and to us also and to the new aspirants also and also to the droppers too. Fine. So first of all, the student who are preparing for the NEET or the new aspirants, I would just want to know that is anyone know about that what is the definition, because many of the student till now not know that what is the full form of the NEET, and is the NEET is only for the doctorate or for the just that is the MBBS. So please answer me, guys. Is it? No, na? Yes. The NEET is not just only for the doctor or the MBBS, that it's actually stand for the vegetarians or the allied science or the nursing or so many things. So, firstly, guys, please let me know what is the full form of the NEET. That the full form of the NEET is NEET Eligibility Entrance Test. Fine. So guys, and also remember the full form of the JEE, that is the Joint Entrance Examinations. These are the most of the common things that most of the student don't know till now. Fine. So after that, let's mug up some of the things which is very much necessary and very much important for the new aspirants. So I also take care of them too. And after that, we will move on to the question series. Fine, students. Let's see here. So guys, first of all, the entity who handles the NEET. So, firstly and previously, it is handled by the CBSE. Fine. CBSE itself did the examination of the NEET, and after that, it shifted to the NTA, that is the National Test Agency. And this is our the caretaker of the NEET, and this is actually the villain of us who is just retest, doing the retest, and we all are just in dilemma now. So don't worry about it. That dilemma will be break by you because you preparation very well, and we all are believe on you students. Fine. So see here, what is the examination structure? So first of all, in the examination structure, we have cover, that is the NTA uses or takes the physics and the chemistry and the geology and the botany. Fine. These are the four subjects. Actually, these are the four subjects, but these two are the subparts of the biology. Fine. And after that, each subject, that is physics, chemistry, geology, botany, consists 45 questions. 45 questions in physics, 45 questions in chemistry, 45 questions in geology, and the 45 questions in the botany. Fine, students. So 45 question each subject. So the total number of questions, and if we see the pattern, that the physics, chemistry, geology, and the botany all are consist 45 questions, like this. 45 questions. And you can even see here that the biology itself consists 90 questions. So you can see that biology is very important for the NEET preparation itself. And we can also get these marks or get these questions very easily, because most of the times the biology is basically just depends on the CBSE things. And here we can see some difficulties, but here this is completely just a mugged up part of the NCRT of your class 11th and the 12th. And even just being with me, I will also let you know that what is the important topics of the biology and the chemistry and the physics too. Fine. So after that, the number of the questions I already told you. And in this, that what is the marking? So basically what the marking of the question is like that for the correct answer, you got the 4 marks, and for the incorrect answer you got -1. Yes, there is a negative marking here too. And after that, if you not attempt any question, then there is nothing effect. It doesn't give any effect to your marking. Fine. So what is the total marking? So we see here that the physics, chemistry, biology, that is the here the two parts, the zoology and the botany, each have the 45 questions. Here also the 45 questions, and here also the 45 questions, and here also the 45 questions. So if, let's see, you are a godchild and you correct all of the physics questions, then your marks will be like this. And means in every question, and when you calculate each of them, then it becomes 720 marks. So your NEET exam is of 720 marks. And here that the biology itself consists just only 360 marks, and 180 consists by the physics and 180 consists by the chemistry. So you can see that most of the scorer or most of the ranker got most of the marks in the biology because they stronger its part. And today here we will discuss about that most of the difficulty phase subject, that is physics, and soon we will discuss some PYQs and some questions too, and I will make you frank with the physics too. Fine. And after that, the what is the exam duration? So we already know the exam duration is 3 hours and 20 minutes. Okay. And if we see in the minutes, then it is 200 minutes. Okay. And in 200 minutes, in the in the 200 minutes, you have to attempt 180 questions. 180 questions in the 200 minutes. I know it is very difficult portion of the student's life that to face the 180 questions just in 200 minutes. You can want some more times in the physics of the questions and the chemistry also and the biology also, because biology is most of the thinking part. But at the end, we have to do, and we will do. Fine. So after that, where you have to do the NEET registration. So the NEET registrations will start in the Feb of the month, and you have to go here, that is the neet.nta.nic.in. Here you have to go and do the NEET registration. Fine. And after that, what is the exam month? So exam month is the May, and you can also see that the last month we face a NEET exam also, and that will cancel because of some issues with the conducting of the paper, and it will be gonna retest, and soon it will be happen. So for this we are here, so preparing you very well, and so that you achieve the good marks. And the application fees, if we see here the application fees, so the application fees is according to the three categories. If we see here the journal category, if we see here the OBC and the SC and the ST, and the another one is the, that is the PW category, that is the physically disabled persons. And for the journal category we have a fees of 17,000, sorry 1700, and for the OBC and the ST/SC we have a fees of 1600, and for the PW category we have the fees of 1000. We have means the NTA decided the fees for the NEET, fine. And after that, this is the number of the pattern. You can see the aspirants of the NEETs or the prep for the NEET. You can even see that in the 2023 there is just only 21 like students here, and in the 2023 the number will increase, and number here decrease because there is just the period of after the COVID, and it will revive as soon as possible outcomes. And here we can see that as a 25 lakhs, but in the 25 again it decrease, and in the 26 it little bit decrease in the 1000 terms, not in most of the terms. There is just some 4000 number of students gap between 2025 and this time, that is 2026. So what is the exam centers? And here the exam centers in India itself has till now 551 center, that 551 centers in the India, and internationally we have the 14 internationally we also occupied our that is NEET examination, and internationally it has happened in the Middle East, Southeast Asia and the Africa too, fine. So what is the eligibility criteria? So firstly, student, you have to be a 12th appearing student or the 12th pass out student, and the student pass out student, and the student must carry, that is PCB, what is physics, chemistry and the biology. The student must carry these three subjects. And after that, what is the percentage? If I am saying that student must carry the PCB, that is the physics, chemistry and the biology, so according to the category wise we have the three categories, that is the journal category, OBC, SC and ST, and the journal PW. So that is the PW, that is percent so we see here that for the PCB for the journal category we required the 50%, means the NTA required the 50% percentage of the student in the CBSE, fine. And for the OBC it required the 40%, and for the physically disabled person it required, that is 45% in the CBSE examination for the PCB, only just for the PCB, not for the all subjects, just only for the PCB, fine. And after that, these are some important topics, as I assured you that I will provide you the important topics of the biology. So please have a look that cell structures and the function. And you know what, these chapters now are just not only start in the 11th standard or the 12th standard. You can even see some of the history of these chapters in your class 9th standard, okay. And that biomolecules chapter, the cell cycles and the cell division, the plant psychology and the human psychology, the plant kingdom, this is the chapter plant kingdom and an animal kingdom. You can see this is the vast chapter in the class 9th also, and you can even face this in the class 11 too. And there is the genetics and the evolution, okay, and the molecular basics of the inheritance, biotechnology, human reproduction. You can see this chapter in class 10th also, the reproductive health. This is also the subtopics of the class, and even you can see these topics in your 11th 12th too, but in your junior standards too. So I'm just want to say you that your NEET preparation is just not start from the 11th or 12th. Your NEET preparation start from the foundation, from the beginning of the class 9th and or from the ending of the class 8th, fine. So these are the chapters, and the human health and the diseases and the ecology and the ecosystem, fine. So these are some important topics or the important chapters of the biology. I know you're gonna face the exam of NEET. If you're gonna face the exam of the NEET, so you have to be sure about that these chapters or these topics will be covered like very clearly, because you've gonna face the 360 marks. And if I'm asking or telling on the basis of the number of the question, then you're gonna face the 90 questions of the biology. So please be ensure about that. This is your like a treasury, Alibaba, like a Alibaba thing. If you get these things, then Alibaba will definitely get you the or provide you the treasury. So if you wanna rank in your re-NEET test, you have to be ensure these topics very well. And in the chemistry, we have that is the mole concept. Right now, the CBSE has removed the mole concept from the class 9, but it is the first chapter in the class 11th. And I hope and I believe that you are being expert in these chapters. That is the atomic structure, thermodynamics is itself of the class 11th is very exciting, interesting, and most of the a little bit on the tougher side, but our faculty made us very easy to the students, and student feel like thermodynamics, it's very easy. And the equilibrium and the electrochemistry and the chemical kinematics and the solutions, these are the chapter of the physical chemistry. So here you can see also I classify your chemistry, because I know the student are faced so difficulty in these two subject like physics and the chemistry. So that's why I do the one thing for you, that I classify the chemistry in the manner of the physical chemistry, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry. And after that, if you mucked up all of these things, if you understand all of these things, and still you want to complete more of the things, then you can gonna go with these topics, that is the highest priority topics here. And so in the organic, there is a journal organic chemistry and the hydrocarbons, haloalkanes. These are some of the mine also the favorite topics also when I study the chemistry in the class 12. So the alcohols and the phenols and the ethers and the aldehydes, ketone, carboxylic acid, amines, biochemicals, these are the topics of the organic chemistry. And if we see here the inorganic chemistry, so here we have some chemical bonding, periodic table, coordination, compounds, P block, D block, F block elements, these chapters, the P block, D block, F block, this is very interesting chapters of the inorganic chemistry. And for the highest priority, if we see here, we have to be ensure about chemical bonding, and which is the inorganic chemistry, which is from the inorganic chemistry, and the coordination compound, which is also from the inorganic chemistry, and the journal organic chemistry is also you have to be ensure journal organic, that some of the basics, some of the most important terms, and the some of the reactions, reagents, and you have to be ensure about that how gonna you use this, or you have to be ensure about it. Fine. And after that, there is a named reaction and the thermodynamics and the hydrocarbons, it itself a complete organic. Fine. So after that, let's see the important topics of the physics. So for the physics, let's see here, class 11, the first chapter itself, that is a unit and dimensions. This is very important, guys, very important. You have to be prepared well for the preparation or the if you are gonna give the exam of the NEET. Fine. So laws of motion, yeah, fine. This is the history of the class 9, that laws of motion is also there. And you can even see that these chapters are also, so can you see also that these chapters now also belongs our class 9, 10th, 11th, 12th. So you have to just mucked up or the revised very well, or you have to be expert, or I don't want to say that you have to be expert, but you have to be a keen knowledge of the topics. Fine. So from your 8th, 9th, even 10th, 11th and 12th. So these are some classes which is very important for your NEET preparation. And these are the topics of the class 11, that rotational motion. This is itself a chapter like salutable. And after that, there is a gravitation and the thermodynamics and the oscillation and the waves. And after that, there is some electrostatistics chapter, current, electricity, magnetism, electromagnetic inductions, ray optics, modern physics, and semiconductors. These are the chapters of the class 12. These are the chapter of the class 11th. And for the highest priority, I know very well you student face the difficulty in the physics also. That's why I put here a highest priority topic, that is our current and electricity. You have to be complete it very well. And why I am continuously saying that you have to be sure about your 9th, 10th and 11th 12th is also, because student, when you even see that the past re-NEET, the sorry, the not the re-NEET, that is the NEET 2026, I even also show you some of the questions of the class 9th or the 10th level in your NEET examination. That's why I'm saying you, your base should be like a solid. If your base should be solid, then the upcoming building will be gonna too high, or the gonna to be too successful. So if you gonna make your life too successful, so you should, or you have to ensure about your foundation. Fine. And after that, there is a current and electricity, ray optics, electrostatic, semiconductors, thermodynamics, and the modern physics. These are some of the topics, or the some of the chapters you have to be ensure before sitting in the examination of the re-NEET. And one more thing, student, if you prepare well, if you hard well, if you smart well, but still you don't get the result, then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Some of the people get the things very fastly, very priority on the very or we can say at that very firstly, but some of the people have to do some work. So don't worry about it. You gonna get your goal, but after some time. But don't uh, divert your focus or your inconsistency. Just maintain these things. If you're maintaining these things, then you're definitely gonna achieve your dream and your goal, and you also gonna make you happy your parents too. Fine. So after that, let's do some PYQs of the physics. Fine. So I am starting here the PYQs of the physics. So let's see the first question here, that the speed of light in a vacuum is taken as unity. Okay, then what is unity, sir? You can even also see this word, that is unity, in the maths, in the physics also. So what is the unity? Unity is always means one. So what is the one here? Speed of light in vacuum. Okay, fine. So whenever you have the things, just write it the given first, because in the physics the given is like the breathing. If you breathe well, you health well. So if you write the given well, then you get the answer well. Fine. So here, what is the thing here, that the speed of the light is taken as unity. So we have the speed which is here 1. Fine. Okay, I'm gonna write here, I'm don't gonna write here the SI unit, because we don't have given here the SI unit. Okay, so after that, if the light takes 6 minutes 40 seconds, fine, 6 minutes 40 seconds. So write down here the time, that is the 6 minutes 40 seconds. So first of all, I know it very well. So the SI unit are not given here. Okay, fine, but you have to convert the time into the exactly in a same manner of the SI unit. So it becomes what? 6 into 60 plus my 40, and it is 360 plus 40, that is equals to the 400 seconds. Fine. So we have the time of 400 seconds, and the speed is 1 unity, or we can not as a 1 unity, or we can say it as a unity. Okay, so the light which is reaches the earth from the sun. Okay, fine, there is a earth, there is a sun, and the sun provides the light to the earth in the speed of the 1 unity for the time period of 400 seconds, and the distance between the sun and the earth is in new units. So I have to tell here what is the distance. Fine, you see here guys, see, speed is of what? Light speed is already given, the time period is already given. I have to tell what? Distance. Distance whom? Distance of light which it traveled from the sun to the earth. Okay, so what is the speed? We have already know in the given portion, and the time is also know. So just basically use the formula, that is what? Speed is equals to distance upon time. Simple guys. 1 equals to what is the distance? I have to find here what is the time period, that is the 400, and what is the distance, that is the, send it here, and it become what? 400 meter. Fine, that's it. Third option, C. Is it difficult? Is it difficult? And if you still fail in this type of a question, then I definitely say you that you have to be focused about your foundation. You have to be, because see this is the simple question ever. What is this? This is just a simple speed is equals to distance upon time. Now the student face what difficulty here? The face difficulty here, that is the unity word. They were like, what is this unity? I don't know, sir. I don't know, sir. Are you know it very well. You face it very well. You face very time, and that is the unity. Unity means what? One, simple, and just use the simple thing, that is the speed is equals to distance upon time. Or you can even use here the speed is as a c, or you can write it here the one more formula here, that is the distance is equals to ct. In this type of question, if ever the question give you the speed of the light, that is in the unity. Fine. And please be sure about your foundation. It is very important. Now see, look at one. This is also the question of the motion. This is also the question of the motion. And also I told you in the previous slide that your laws of motion is very important. Very important, guys. Fine. So the question what is saying that the following plots of showing variation of the velocity v with the time t of a ball throw vertically upward. Okay, fine. It is throw vertically upward and it fall back. Then which of the plot is R? Fine. So first understand that how the things happen when we throw anything upward and it comes vertically downward. So let's see. This is the pen I have. If I throw it above, so please let me know, I have to give some velocity to that pen, or it go automatically like this. Like if I am the Harry Potter, or if I am the magician, I just so it not goes up. Why it not goes up? It not goes up because it required some velocity. So for this I have to give some velocity, and if I give some velocity, it reaches like this. This is the pen, and if I'm give the velocity, it goes upward and slowly it stopped at some height. And when it stopped, what about the final velocity? So see here, in the initial velocity I have some velocity, I give some velocity, and after that it decreases its velocity. So it is the case of the retardation when the object is goes vertically upward, and when it reaches to the maximum height, its velocity becomes 0. And when it reaches to the maximum height, then it comes back automatically. Why I said automatically? Because I'm not gonna go with the object at the maximum height and then comes with the object at the downward side. No, I just throw the object vertically upward and it reaches on the maximum height, and after that it stops and then falls back. And when it falls and it comes backward, it coming downward, its initial velocity, when it comes downward, its initial velocity becomes 0 because it is at the rest position. And when it comes downward, it is continuously increasing its velocity. Sir, but see, the pen will goes up, but it gets stop in your hand. Array, if I remove my hand, it fall on the stage. If I remove the stage, it fall on the building floor. If I remove that floor, then it fall to the another floor. Then I remove every floor, then it floor on the ground, that is the road. And if I remove the road or digged out, then it goes into that pit. Fine. So it always increase its acceleration, it increase its velocity when it coming downward. So what the case here? The case is, if I throw the object vertically upward, and object will after that come the vertically downward. So in this condition, always remember, I'm giving you here some of the tips about from the foundation, so that you don't need to waste your time to go and read again these things. So it is very comfortable for you. Just focus with me. Fine. So here we don't we have to give the initial velocity. So here it is not never the possibility that object will go upward with the 0 velocity. No, it is not gonna happen. I have to be give some initial velocity here. That's why it always not equals to 0 meter per second. And when it reaches to the h max, what is the maximum height, its final velocity becomes 0 meter per second. And the object, you can see here also that the final initial velocity we have some non-zero, and at the maximum height we have the 0. It means it continuously decreasing its velocity. If it continuously decreasing its velocity, then it is the case of the retardation. And if it the retardation, and here the acceleration due to gravity will be in negative terms when the object will goes upward. You can see here also. And if the object is coming downward from the maximum height, or we are falling any object from the maximum height, we don't give that object the initial velocity. So what is the initial velocity here? So initial velocity will be 0 meter per second, but it may be changed according to the question. It can't be fixed or the permanent things. Please read the questions very carefully. Clean your specs while reading the question, or put your head into the wall if you not try to get the question very well, or put your head into the decks, fine, but read the question very well, fine. This is our the main priority here. So here we have that is the initial velocity is 0 meter per second, and when the object is coming downward, its velocity is continuously increasing. So whenever it try to touch the ground at just before some time, if I'm gonna say here, the correct word is the instantaneous velocity at that point is Vmax, is the maximum velocity ever, and here the velocity is continuously increasing. So this is the case of the acceleration due to gravity, that is the positive case. Here the acceleration is continuously increasing, here the decreasing, that is the retardation case, here the acceleration case. So fine sir, we understand that is the retardation case, that is the acceleration case. Now I have to find it in the terms of the graph. Fine sir. Okay, so first case is just read the question again, that the variation of the velocity time graph. Fine sir. And one more thing, the velocity time graph, that is your velocity time graph. Here it is your velocity time graph, that is your v, that is your t, and the velocity time graph is always gives what? The slope of the velocity time graph is gives, that is our the slope, and that slope is always gives what? Acceleration. Fine. Even I can also make you understand some of the variations too. So see here, if this is the velocity time graph and this is the velocity time graph, and if it start from here and the line will be the straight, that is the slope will be the straight, then the object start from the rest and its acceleration is uniform. It means its acceleration is constant, its acceleration is continuously you can even also said that acceleration is not constant, the acceleration is uniform here. It means the acceleration will continuously increasing in a equal terms. Fine. Okay, and if the things will be like this, then it means that it is the uniform, not it is the uniform, and it is the non-uniform. Whenever you have the straight slope, it means uniform acceleration. Whenever you have a curved slope, it means non-uniform acceleration. Again, in the that is the our velocity time graph. Fine. And if the variation is like this, in the velocity time graph, always remember that velocities keep on constant and keep on same as the time period is increasing. It means there is no change in the velocity. This is the case where the acceleration is 0 meter per second square. Fine. And the slope will give the value of the acceleration. I hope you are understanding my point very well. Now discuss over this question. I hope you get enough knowledge for this. Fine. So what is the question here? That a ball thrown vertically upward. Fine. The ball is firstly thrown vertically upward. This is the case we have. And then falling back. Okay. It goes up and it comes back. Fine. Like this. It goes up and then it comes back. Not like this. It goes up and comes back. Fine. So in the first case, what we have the slope is like this. So guys, this is the slope. In the first part, we have a slope like this, and the slope is like this. See, just read the graph. If you don't get the graph, just put some values. Let here be 5, again here be the 5, and here be the 10. Okay, fine. So on the 0 seconds, we have the 5 meter per seconds, and when the time is the 5 seconds, we have the velocity is 0. Okay, sir. Velocity is decreasing, sir. Velocity decreasing. It means it is the case of the retardation, sir. This case can be happen. Okay, fine. And here at the 5 seconds, we have a initial velocity is 0, and after when the time is going on, the case will be like this. But this is the graph or not? Let's see. Put it here, the question mark. We have some doubt in it. Now move on to the next graph. The first case is of increasing. So firstly, the increasing is not going to happen here. It is the retardation case. It is not the acceleration case. The slope should be not like this. And the second thing is the retardation. So this is not our answer. Cut it down. This is the case. Again, it is the deceleration. Yes, sir. And this one, that is the, again, see, we have some velocity, initial velocity at the 0 time period, and after some time we have the velocity that is let's suppose in the 5 seconds we have a 0 velocity. Fine, sir. But after the 10 seconds we have a negative velocity. Okay, sir. this will be happen or not? Let's see the question mark also. Firstly the C here, then after we will go to the D portion. Fine. So if we see here this case, in this case this is not exactly happen. Why? Because this is not happen. Why? I will tell you first. Because the acceleration is both sides same, it means it has the same value, it means it has a uniform acceleration. If it has a uniform acceleration, this is the graph of the non-uniform, so it does not happen. So B option and the E option are cut. We have some doubt in the A, in the C and in the D, because these are some cases which show the retardation and the acceleration. Firstly guys, this is not to be happen. Why? Because these are the two separate graph, this is not the same graph. They show the continuity, they broke the continuity, and here we have the continuity is like the object will firstly go upward and it comes downward, so that's why it is not the case. So if I said clearly guys, so this option is not our answer, this option is not our answer, and we have some doubt in this. And again see, this also breaks the continuity, and we have some continuity is what? The firstly the object goes upward and it comes downward. It is the journey to go upward and downward. There is not a like firstly it goes upward and then it sit and it's like eating something, goes and shop, do everything, and nah, it is like it goes upward and it comes downward, so there is no break in the continuity. So again it is not the answer, this is not the answer. Now we have the two answers. Okay, fine guys. One thing is also, velocity is the vector quantity. If it is a vector quantity, it depends on the direction, it has the direction. Fine. If we see here the object will goes upward and here the object will goes downward. We have the two different directions. Yes, we have the two different direction. What if I take it here as a positive and I take it here as a negative? Let's see here. So this graph will show that acceleration is continuously decreasing. So this is also not the answer, because you can see now here this is the velocity time graph and it continuously in the downward slope, and the downward slope in the velocity time graph is also not the option. So this is also not the option. So then this is only the option, and the graph is like this. That is the graph. See here guys, see, this is the graph. See, this is the complete graph we have for our question, and that is the correct answer. Why it is? Firstly it is the continuous graph. Fine. And in this case, at some time, that at the point of the 0 seconds we have some velocity, let's suppose -5. Okay, when the time is 5 seconds we have the velocity is 0. Fine sir. Okay, the object will goes upward, that's why let's suppose its velocity is -5 meter per second. And at the time of the at some time, let's suppose in the 5 seconds we have the final velocity 0. So this is the case of when the object will go vertically upward, and when the object is on 5 seconds, this is on the highest that is the highest height, it comes downward, and when it comes downward its velocity is continuously increasing. And you can even see after the 5 seconds it reaches on some 10 seconds and it has some positive side velocity. That is, let's suppose that is the 10, let's suppose the 10. So you can even see here that as the time is increasing, the velocity is also increases. Fine. I make it a graph here very clearly and understand it like this. Fine. This is our the 5 seconds. Let's suppose this is our the -10, and here we have the 10, and here we have the 10 seconds. Now understand, at the time of the 0 seconds we have the velocity that is -10 meter per second. Let's suppose here we have the velocity that is the -10 meter per seconds, and at the time of the 5 seconds we have the 0 velocity. Yes, it's happened. At the time of the 0 seconds we have the -10 meter per second. Why is here the minus? Because I took the upward side as a negative and downward side as a positive, because we have the two different direction and velocity is the vector quantity. Fine. So it goes upward and it reaches to the maximum point and the velocity becomes 0. So it is the complete case of retardation. And after that it comes downward. It comes downward, and when it comes downward the time is continuously increasing. See, 5 to 10. Okay, fine sir. The object will coming downward, and when it coming downward its velocity is in positive direction, and see, after 5 to 10 seconds its velocity goes from 0 to the again 10 meter per second, and in the positive side. So this is the exact graph. So we have the graph that is Again, I'm saying the right answer of this question is D. And guys, if you ever read your class 9th very well, that is the motion chapter, then after see this question now, you feel like very happy. Definitely very happy, because this is the question which is already discussed so many times in class 9. Okay, fine guys. So this is the case, and this is the case of the upward, and this is the case of the downward. When the object will goes upward and then object comes downward, this is the slope, and the answer is D. So the answer is third only, that is the D only. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is like the sum of the kind. Okay, it comes from the work, power and energy. The two starting questions are from the chapter, that is the motion, and this question is comes from the work, power, energy. Let's discuss the question. The sum of the kinetic energy and the potential energy of a simple pendulum. Fine. What is saying? Firstly, write the given as I told you. If you breathe well, you health well. If you write given well, you correct well. What correct well? Not the well that where you dig out the water. That is the well for to get the good marks. Okay, fine. So the sum of the kinetic energy and the potential energy of a simple pendulum is 0.02 joule. Okay, fine. So we have a energy, that is the total energy. Total energy is always the sum of the kinetic energy and the potential energy, and we have the total energy is 0.02 joule. Fine. We have the total energy, that is the 0.02 joule, and the speed of the simple pendulum at equilibrium position is approximately equilibrium position. Equilibrium position is the position where the things are initiating, oh sorry, the things are approaching to the rest condition, or it may be at the rest position. Fine. So you can even also understand this. I know the student is always face this question as a very difficult, because in the pendulum they got confused the things with this. So just take these things as compare it the previous one question like this. If you throw the object upward and the downward, and in the work, power, energy chapter, there is a thing that is the law of conservation of the energy, where you can even study that if you take a object at some height and then throw it, and when you are throwing that object, fine, so in this condition it has the total potential energy, and during the mid of the journey it has some kinetic energy plus potential energy, that is the total energy. And here the total energy is only potential, and the kinetic energy is equals to the 0 in this condition. And when the object is try to touch or try to be reach on the rest position or the equilibrium position, at this point it has some maximum Vmax, as I already told you is this position, it has some Ek, that is only the Ek, not the potential, only the Ek. Ek is means what? That complete energy is in kinetic form. Fine. So this is the concept. It is not from your 11th, 12th. If I honestly said now, it is the concept of the class 9th. Completely question of the class 9 from the topic of the law of conservation of energy. You see here guys, when you throw any object, firstly you put it in a hold at some height. So at that time there is no motion in this object, so the velocity will be 0. If the velocity is 0, then the kinetic energy will be 0. So your complete energy will be converted into potential energy. So the complete energy is in the form of the potential energy, and when you just fall it, the potential energy start like this. Firstly, there is a complete, here is the kinetic energy and here is the potential energy. At some height the potential energy is the maximum and the kinetic energy will be the 0. And when you start throwing the object, with the time the energy will converted into the start converting into the or transferring into the right word is to the transferring into the kinetic energy like this manner. Fine. During the journey or during the coming towards downward position, the at some time the kinetic energy and the potential energy both are same, and when it try to reach the ground, the kinetic energy continuously increasing and the potential energy coming down, means tends to the 0, and the kinetic energy will be the maximum at the point where the object try to touch or reach the equilibrium position. So this is the case we given in this 36 number of the question of your NEET paper of 2026. And here you can see here that at the point where it touched the ground, where it tried to touch the ground or the rest position, try to reach on the rest position, we have the maximum velocity. It means the complete energy will be transferred into the kinetic energy. Okay sir, got it. That complete energy is actually nothing but just a kinetic energy. Read the question again. The sum of the kinetic energy and the potential energy of the simple pendulum is 0.02 joule. The speed of the simple pendulum at equilibrium position. I again told you what is the equilibrium position, when the object is try to reach at the rest position. Fine. So this is the condition. This is the condition. Okay, fine. So try to reach at the equilibrium position is approximately. So I have to find here the speed. So guys, see, we have the total energy. So that is equal to the kinetic energy, and we have the formula of the kinetic energy, that is the half mv square. And what is the formula of the kinetic energy? Yeah, what is the half mv square, and what is the total energy? That is the 0.02. And what is the mass? We have mass we have in this question, that is the this 20 gram. Now most of the student get confused. Guys, please remember, the standard unit for the mass is the kg, not the gram. Fine, please remember this. So the mass we have is 20, and so the mass we have is 20 gram, and for this you have to convert it into the kg divided by the 1000. Okay, fine. So it is divided by the 1000, and after that I have to find it here, that is the velocity. Fine guys, now point it down, remove the decimals. We have the 100 in the denominator. Now you are not the child, so I'm supposing that you know the calculation very well. So 0 and 0 cut, so 100 and 100 cut. So the answer is just only 2. So the 2 is equals to the v square, and when we set the v square, we get that is the root 2. Fine. The root 2 is in plus minus. Yes sir. So I already told you, whenever the object coming downward, it has a positive velocity. So we have to just take only the positive root 2, and it is the positive root 2, and root 2 is always what? 1.414 meter per second. Now see, what is the answer? What is the answer? 41. Okay. It is not the answer. It is not the answer. Finally get the answer. See, 4 marks, all yours. And I am taking here time just because I have to explain the concept also. If you already know the concept now, you directly just use this, and after do the calculation, and you don't need to even do this plus and minus things. You just reach on this, and even you get you reach from here now, you can get that your answer is 1.414 meter per second. That's it. Simple theory of your fine. The room heater is rated with the 400. Okay, so guys, basically it is the question from the electricity chapter. Fine. So the room heater is rated 400 watt. Okay, we have the given things here. The given thing is that the power is 400 watt. Fine sir, we have the given, that is the power 400 watt. And okay, the room heater power is 400 watt, and it works on the potential, or it required the potential, electric potential, that is voltage, that is 220 volt. Fine. Okay, if the supply voltage drop to, okay, so the question is, if the supply voltage drop to the 200 volt, then what will be the power consumed by approximately? Okay, fine guys, student, please understand here one thing. Read the question again. Why I'm saying here? Because a room heater, okay, we have the room heater. Fine, we have the initial thing, that is the room heater. Fine, we have the initial thing, that is the room heater. We have a room heater. Fine, it works, it required a power, it required a voltage, it works on a power, it has some power, it work on a voltage. And if the supply voltage drop to this, fine, the voltage, we change in the voltage which is coming from the main source. We don't even touch our room heater. Room heater is still in the room, we don't touch it. Fine, the voltage get dropped, but the room heater is there. Fine, we need room heater, we need hot air. Okay, what will be the power consumed? Okay, then at that time, what is the power consumed by the heater? Guys, remember, we have the two cases. What is the two cases? We have the potential, and we have the again one more potential, which I take it as a V dash, and here we have the voltage is 200 watt. Here I have to find out the power. Fine, and in these two cases, one thing is very common. What is the common? Room heater. What is the common? Room heater. Wow. Fine, sir. If you get this thing now, you get the question very well. If you don't change the room heater, can you please tell me what things remains the same in it? Tell me. Huh? Yeah, you are going right. That is the resistance. Resistance is same. The resistance which is here, that is because this resistance is not of the supply, because we don't have to know about the supply things and all, because we need to focus about on what? Room heater. We have to need to find the power. If we are finding here the power of the room heater, we need to know the resistance of the power. Fine. Okay, so I can get from this information, I can get the resistance. Even I can also get the current which is coming from the main source. Okay, so we don't need this, so we don't do this, so we need just that resistance part, and we use this. Sir, one more thing, why you not find here the current? As you said, you can find here, so why not we use here the current also? Current value, why not we are using? Because the current will depend on the main voltage, and if the main voltage get changed, because you change the voltage now, 220 watt to the 200 watt, if you change the voltage, if you change your source, then how the current will be the same? Current is also changed. So this is not the constant thing. What is the constant thing? Room heater. And what is the constant in the room heater? It's power. No, it also depend on the main source. Then what is the constant? The resistance which is available or the used in it or the implanted in it during the manufacture, that is the resistance of the room heater. So I have to find here firstly the resistance of the room heater, and then I have to use this here. Fine. So by these three things, that is the PVR, we're gonna use here the formula, that is P is equals to V square upon R. And now guys, I'm again saying to you that this is the basic formula of the class 10th. Now, okay, fine, let's break this. Okay, first complete this question, and I will let you know here the other formulas of the power and how you can even remember it, even also the formula of the energy. Fine. So see here guys, we have the power, that is the 400. Fine. And we have the voltage, that is the 220 square, and we have to find here the resistance. So the resistance is equals to 220 into 220 and divided by the 400. 0 cut, 0 cut, and after cutting on the table of the 2, it is 11, it is the 2 on the table on the 11. So the answer is become 212 ohm. This is the resistance of the heater. So resistance heater is what? Resistance heater is 212 ohm. What it is? 212 ohm. Fine, sir. Very well, sir. Get it? Okay. Now this resistance is also have the same, because it is again, it is the resistance of the heater. We don't change anything in the heater, so we just need to find here what? P dash, that is the new power used by the room heater when we change in the main voltage. Fine. That is the V dash square upon R. What is the P dash? We don't know. What is the V dash? That is the 200 into 200. And what is the R? 121. So the answer is 4 into 4 0 0 0, 2 to the 4 and 2 zeros, and here the 121. Let's correct the answer. Guys, one more thing, this is not gonna answer. Fine. And again, this is not on so guys, please see 121, 121, and I am also gonna teach you some tricks also, so please be in sure with the tricks too. So if I multiply here the 2, so the answer is 242. Again, the 242 on the table of 2 in 121. If I multiply with the 3, the answer is 3, 3 to the 6, 3. Again, it is a 363. Again, we have to use that 3 things. 363. 363 is lesser than the 400. So the answer will be in 3, not the 2. So this is also correct. Wrong. And again, this one. This is the 400. Now, if you multiply the 1 to 1 with the 4, you get 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 2, 484. 484 is not also the option, because if it we take use the table, that is the 4, then it become more than the 400. So it is not gonna be good now. Basic maths, you know it very well. I know you are the NEET student, but you know basic math too now. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3. I know it very well. Okay, you are very genuine persons. So see here. So what is this? So we have to use here the 4. Not, we don't have to use here the 4, because if we use the 4 on the table of the 212 into the 4, it become 484, which is more than the 400. So this is again not the option. This is not the option. This is not the option. This is only the option. Wait a minute. By this, you can even save the time. What time, sir? Array, time. to use the other question, to use it on the other question, and you don't have to do that much calculation. Simple thing. You just need to find the first thing. You can even see now the first digit is continuously changing. Whenever you see this kind of the options, you don't need to do the complete calculation. Most of the students just start doing the complete calculation, and they was don't do this, brother. See first that if the options are in a varied digits now, just do only the single calculation. Okay, single first one. I did it, that on the table of the 3 it cut completely, so the answer will be in my 3 format is not here, not here, not here, here. Khatam. End. Okay, now guys, I am gonna teach you here what other formulas of the power. If you ever forget, then how you can even drive it out. So basically we have the power is equals to work done upon my time. I hope you know it very well and you remember it very well too. Fine. So what is this here, that in the electricity chapter, you know it very well. There is a formula of the voltage, that is V is equals to W by Q, and I is equals to Q upon T, and V is equals to IR, that is our Ohm's law. Fine. By these formulas, we can find the other formulas of the power. So firstly, on the place of the W, that is the work done, I can write it here V into Q. Fine. And divided by the time. I just send here the Q, which is multiplied with the V, so it becomes V into Q, that equals to the W, and divided by the T. And you also see here that Q upon T is what? Current. So it is VI. Power is equals to VI. Fine, sir. Very well, sir. Good, sir. Interesting, sir. Now, after that, this is our the first formula. Fine. And this is the basic formula. This is our the first formula. Let's mark it with some another color. Yellow. Yellow is the best color, na? Yellow. When you not study well, you always see yellow. Fine. Okay. So this is our the first formula, and from this formula, I again find the another formula. What is the another formula? You can see here the V is equals to IR. So just put here IR. So when you multiply with this, it become I square R. This is the another formula. Then use the yellow. Fine. So this is our the second formula, and after that, you can even use it here. One more thing, that on the place of the I can write it here V by R. So it will become V by R whole square into the R. So it become what? V square upon R square into R. Cut it with this, and you get what? V square upon R. Use again yellow. Fine. These are the three formulas of our power. That is P is equals to VI, P is equals to I square R, P is equals to V square upon R, and we have the basic formula, that is the P is equals to work done upon time. You can even variate these formulas according to the given situations. We have only the given situations. We have the constant thing, that is the object, that is the room heater. That's why we use this formula. If the situation is according to that formula, we will use this. So if you ever forget this, just remember this and drive it out, and you will get. You do not need to lose these kind of questions. Or one more thing, these are the simple things now, mugged up. Revise it well. When you sleep, gives just 5 minutes instead of giving 5 minutes to your babu sona. Don't give these 5 minutes to your babu sona. Instead of this, use this. This is your real actual babu sona. They will provide you the financial support. They will provide you the emotional support from your parents and the standards in your society. So the babu is just babu, but these are things very important. Don't do these things. Anna, I know you are very good students. Okay, fine. After that, so these are the some questions. Okay, and I also told you that I will teach you the that is the energy formulas now in the electricity chapter. So see here, we have formula like P is equals to W into work done upon time, and the next formula is VI, and after that we have the formula is I square R, and after that we have the formula is V square by R. So whenever you have the power and you want to go on the energy, you do just what? W is equals to power into time. See guys, that W is nothing, just the energy in the form of the heat. So we have the heat formula here. What is the first formula? Vi. So the formula become VIT. Okay sir. What is the another formula, sir? We have I square. So just put it. I just putting here the formulas of the power one by one. Power is equals to Vi. So it become VIT. H is equals to I square R into T. Fine, sir. And another formula, H is equals to V square by R into T. See here, guys. See. If you just understand the one thing now, you can already understand the other things. If the question ever asks you on the heating, not on the ask of the power, then you can even use these things and you get the answer and you get your 4 marks. Fine. Thank you, guys. Now next, move on to the next question, that is a register. Fine. Again, it is the electricity concept of the physics. So a resistor is connected to the battery of 12 volt. Okay, the battery EMF, electromotive force of the battery is 12 volt, and the internal resistance, okay, the battery is also have some internal resistance and the electromotive force too, and after that it is the 2 ohm. And if the current in the circuit is 0.6, okay, then the terminal voltage of the battery. Okay, fine, we need to find here the terminal voltage. Fine, guys. Okay, so guys, always remember, we have always the formula, that is the terminal voltage, that we can also take it as a V, and the V is equals to what we have, the EMF, that is the electromotive force, minus with the IR. What is the IR? That is the internal voltage. If I am gonna say here, that is a kind of the internal voltage. Fine. It is the electromotive force, that is also said it as the already I let you know here, and it is the voltage at the terminals. So it is the terminal voltage. What it is? Terminal voltage. Fine, guys. So just use this formula. What is the terminal voltage and how you know it, sir? Well, see now, guys, what is the internal voltage or what is the internal resistance work? Is internal resistance itself to resist the current. So itself the battery is not providing that much of current which is which it made for it, because it has some already some internal resistance. So that's why we have to subtract that things which is already registered inside the battery, and after that we have actual EMF force, but we have to reduce that internal resistance. So that's why this formula is like this. Okay, you can even also think like this. Now after that, for this, what is the electromotive force? That is the 12 volt. What is the current? Current is 0.06. Okay, fine. And what is the resistance here? R, that is this. Oh, sorry, 2. Fine, guys. And after that, the answer will be 12 minus 1.2, and the answer will be 10.8 volt. Simple. Is the answer is here? The 10 is not the answer, 12 is not the answer. Simple. Fine, easy. So see how much time I took? Nothing, na. But don't worry about it, yaar. NEET paper is very easy. Just you have to be focused on the consistent, or to have to be clear about your fundamentals. Fine. Don't worry about it. You can rank, buddy. You can rank. See, this is the complete conceptual question. Nothing else. Completely conceptual questions. You can even see what is the E. E represent towards what? Energy, na. Here you can see here the energy. Yeah, sir. Here. See. If you don't even know, you can even match this. E for this, E stand for the energy. Energy here. Energy of what? Photon. HV. Yeah. Simple. Simple, yeah. Diffraction and interference is always tells about what? Nature of light. What is that? This is the option here. Lambda is equals to H by P. Oh, it is the de Broglie wavelength. You can even study this in the chemistry too. So this is the answer. Now the compact effect, it less this. That's it. So in the A we have the option 4th. Fine. In the B we have the option 3rd. Fine. And in the C we have the option 1st. And in the D we have the option 2nd. Fine, sir. Got it, sir. Got it. Now find it. Find it the answer. A is 4th. A is 4th. Okay. Second question, gulf. Option wrong. Now after that B has a third one. Okay, first, this is also gone. C has the first. Okay, fine. This is gone. This is the answer. Fine, sir. This is the complete conceptual question. Completely conceptual. You can even read these things 2 to 3 times. Now this is actually the just definition of that particular chapter. Diffraction, interference. What is this? Wave nature. Split, single split, double split. Simple. What tells about nature of the wave? Simple, yaar. Don't we feel like paper? It's not like a paper. Paper is paper. Don't worry. So the power of a crane, again guys, it is from the work power energy. Fine. So the power of the crane which lifts a mass, see, I told you now, the mass is always in kg and this time it is accurate, to a height of this. Fine. So what the happen is here, the power of a crane, okay, comma, which lifts a mass. Okay, the power of a crane means there is a some crane and the crane will lift something of a mass that is 100 kg. So please write it here that the mass is 1000 kg. What it is? 1000 kg, and the height is, and it lifted at the height of 20 meter. Fine. And what is the acceleration due to gravity? That is the 9.8 meter per second square. Fine, sir. Okay. Okay, we have gone to the time also, that is the 10 seconds. We have the time, that is the 10 seconds, sir. Fine. Okay, now we have to find here what? Power. I have to find it here, the power. Okay, sir. Fine. Guys, see here. It is really completely foundation question. See. If the crane lift the object at this height, fine. This is the ground. And it heights from, that is 20 meter. Let's go, this is the 20 meter. Okay, and it lift it in the time period of 10 seconds. Fine, sir. And at this here point, the mass is 1000 kg and the mass is always constant. It's never gonna change. Okay, so the height is this. Fine. At this point of time, object is at height. So at this point of time, what we have the energy? Is it potential? Is it kinetic or what? I told you now, according to the law of conservation of energy, we have here only the potential energy, that is the EP. Fine. And this energy is also be introduced as a work done. As a work done. So I take it here as a W. Fine. Now guys, see here. We have a basic formula, that is the power is equals to work done upon time. That's it, sir. And after that, W is equals to what? W is, see, force into displacement upon my time. Okay. And after that, what is the force we have? That is the M. And the acceleration we have, that is the G. That is mg. And S is the displaced at some height, that is the H. And the time period is T. So see here, guys. We have the formula, power is equals to mgh divided by the T. Simple. P is equals to, what is the M here? The M is 1000. What is the G? G is 9.8. Fine, sir. And what is the height? The height is 20. And divided by what? Divided by the time period. And the time period we have 10 seconds. Now remove the decimal. It comes here with the 10. 2020 is cut. And after that, we have the answer 98 into 2 multiply with 0. So the answer is 1960. And if I convert it into the decimal format, then my answer will be 19.6. Okay, guys, one more thing. Here, one more 0 is also. So yes. So the answer is 19.6 kilowatt. So answer we have is this, not this. Some of the student will go, oh, I got the answer, and it took the 19.6 watt. Don't do this. Here we have the kilowatt. And sir, how we hear the kilowatt? Just divide this 19600 divided by the 1000 and it convert into 19.6 kilowatt. This is the answer we have, not this, not this. This is only the answer, that is 19.6 kilowatt. So see here, guys. Again, basic. Fine. Now see here, light chapter, ray optics. What chapter? Ray optics, optics ray. Fine. These are the chapters. Interesting question ever. What is the thing is here? In a concave lens, a ray of a light emitting from an object which is parallel to the principal axis of the lens and after refraction. Firstly, the question is saying for the concave lens. Concave lens is like this. Fine. This is the concave lens. This is our concave lens. This is our optical center. This is our f1. This is our 2f1. This is our f2. This is our 2f2. And this is our here infinity. And here is also infinity. And always remember, the left side is always the object positions. Okay. the left side is always the object position, that's why the U is always negative. And what the question is saying, that he emits a light, okay, the object, it means the ray of light which emits from the object which is parallel to the principal axis. Fine, the light which is coming from the object, let's suppose this is the object, and the light which is coming is parallel. What it is this is the object, that is our A, B, and after that what the happen is it coming parallel to the principal axis. Guys, if it's coming parallel to the principal axis, then what is happen? What is happen? Sir, simply sir, it get diverge. Yeah, because it is a diverging lens. Simple. Okay, and if we ever extra pull out, then it extra pull out on the F1. Okay, on the F1. Now read the questions. Emerge and parallel to the principal axis. Okay, appears to be diverge from the first principal axis. Appear to be diverge. Okay, passes through the F2, and which is radius of curvature. This is not ever gonna be the happen. Passes through the second no, not happen. Okay, appears to be diverge. Okay, this is the option. I have to be feel like this is the maybe the answer, but read it again. Appears to diverge from the first principal focus, and this first one is merges parallel to the principal axis. Emerges parallel to the principal axis. Again, read the question now. In a concave lens, a ray of light emanating from the objects parallel to the principal axis of the lens, and after the refraction, then after the refraction what has happened? It is parallel to the principal axis. Fine. So this is the answer. This one is the answer. That is, appears to diverge from the first principal focus. You can see even here also. Okay, now let's move on. This is the best question. You can even see this. This is even the unit and dimension thing. Fine. So what is the Young modulus? Young modulus is a kind of a pressure. So here you can see there is a length. It is the change of the length. So length and change of length, we can also even cut it, and what we have left, that is the force and area. So it is kind of a pressure. So Young modulus is this. Fine. And what is the compressibility? Whenever we compress the things, we decrease the pressure in it. Fine. So or we decreasing, or we get some change in the volume. Okay, the change is volume is happening, and the pressure is also something change. So pressure and change, both the things. So here you can see here there. Yeah, compressibility is this. Fine. And then after that we have the things here, that is the bulk modulus. The bulk modulus is again this, that is the pressure will get that minus P volume divided by the change in the volume, and the position ratio is this. So we have the option, and you can even see the options also. You can see that there is some every option has a different option. Every option has a different match. So by this you can even get that if A is what? Second. So see, you can just remember the one thing. You can even find one of the easiest thing. If you can find the one of the easiest thing now, you can directly get your answer. Because whenever these types of question are come now, please see that every option has a different match. So these are the question in which the examiner wants to student get the marks. Definitely. Fine. This is the question. A ray of monochromatic light, again optics rays. Fine. And it was also the refraction topic. Here what is happening, that it is the incident ray. Okay, fine. And it is the normal, and after that it get refracted, and after that it get emerged. That is the emergent ray. That one is the refracted ray, that is the emergent ray, that is the incident ray, that is the normal one, that is the normal 2, and it have to be gonna like this, but it get divert here. So it is the our angle of deviation, that is del S. Fine. So it is the angle of the deviation. I'm gonna rub here. Sorry guys. Yeah. See students. So here we have what? Just read the question first. A monochromatic light. What is the monochromatic light? A single color light, not the white color. White color have the 7 colors, that is known as the spectrum. Fine. So don't confuse with this. Okay. Now spectrum, that is the not the spectrum one, that just on the monochromatic light, is passing through an equilateral prism. Okay, if it is the equilateral prism and the question not given this 60 degree, then remember, whenever we have the equilateral prism, the angle is always 60 degree. It is the complete basic math. Fine. The refracted ray, that is the QR. Okay, QR is the refracted ray. Yeah, this one. This one is the QR, which is parallel to the base. Okay, fine. The question itself said that the QR, that is the refracted ray, is parallel to the base, and the diagram is also shows like this, and is parallel to the base, and the angle of incidence is 50. Okay, fine. We have the given thing here. That is the angle of incidence is 50 degree. Fine. If the angle of incidence is the 50 degree, then the angle of deviation, we have to find here angle of deviation. Okay, sir. One more thing I have, we know that the angle of prism is 60 degree. Guys, see here. Here we have the formula, that is angle of deviation is equals to the angle of incidence, angle of emergence minus with angle of prism, that is A. Fine. So this is the formula. And for this, we need to find here what is E. And for this, I have to be write it here that this is our R1, this is our R2. Fine. And the R1 and R2 both are equal to the angle of prism. And why? Because of that symmetry things. Symmetry means that is the equilateral triangle. So we have the R1 and R2, that is the 60 degree, but it is 60 degree. So, and both these are equal to in this position. So the R1 and R2 both are equals to 60 degree. Fine. And if this is gonna happen, then at this point the I is also equals to angle E. Okay, and the I is equals to the E, it means the angle E is also equals to 50 degree. Now just put the value. So for finding the angle of deviation, we have an angle of incidence, that is the 50 degree, and angle of emergence is equal to the 50 degree, and angle of incidence is the 60 degree. So what is the answer? That is the 100 minus 60 degree. Fine. So the answer we have is 40 degree. So at the 40 degree, our light get deviated. So what here the answer? Yes, see, easy. Fine. You just need to remember the symmetry things here. Okay, fine, guys. So these are some batches we have, and if you wanna being prepared for the 2027, you can even join our Arjuna NEET batch, the trust of the preparation batch, and the Arjuna NEET 2.02. Okay, and fine, we have the more of the batches. You can even just go to our website and you can even see most of the batches here. And if you want to join us on the offline center in the Chennai, so we have the 5 centers in the Chennai, in the Adyar, Ashok Nagar, in the Coimbatore, and in the Anna Nagar also. So you find so many batches and so many offline centers, and the offline classes is also available in our institute. Fine, guys. And one more thing, I have one more thing for you. I know very well you all are preparing so hard for your examination, and some of them decided that it is my just last attempt. Fine. And some of them is just starting their preparation. Some of them have the first NEET paper. Some of them have just last that it is my last just preparation. After that I am not gonna try it. Okay, so if any of them is from the last one, that after that I'm not gonna give that exam, that is the NEET, I'm just fed up. So for this, listen student, your preparation is not gonna be waste. That will be useful for many places, many places. It's not just that if you are preparing for the NEET, then the syllabus is just only applicable or usable for the NEET purpose or the MBBS. No, never. It is used in various manners. You can do even more better thing. Okay, and after that your future will be more brighter. Never stagnate yourself on just a single goal. Life is very uncertain. Sometimes we are pushing our hard things, we are pushing very well, but we can't achieve our goal. So at that point of time, don't hold your dreams. Don't hold it. Just go with the flow, and don't go with the flow like irrelevantly. Just go with the flow. Your babu, not I'm gonna say this. The go with the flow, like you have to be do something which your passion, which you like to do. Like you like the dancing, so you can even make the career in the dancing too. If the things is not well in the NEET, if you like the things in the gym, you can do the gym or do the things. Or you even want to that, sir, I am gonna use my NEET preparation, NEET knowledge in some other field. So see guys, here we have lots of the uh, kind of careers after the NEET, after not the NEET, after not clearing the NEET. See, because it is most of the question of the students are, what if I am not clear the NEET? My years are get waste. Ah no, brother, your years are not waste. That knowledge is very keen knowledge. Every, if you see now, if you just come out from your society and try to discuss these things with your other society members, you see you have much knowledge as comparison to them. You are different person, you are already, if someone is going some prep now, it never gonna be waste, it always be a helpful. And you can even transform your career from the NEET or the MBBS to the things like the BSc. You can even pursue in the BSc like the life science, biotechnology. Even the biotechnology is now, the time is growing daily. That is completely a new kind of a science. And the B pharma, and after that M pharma, D pharma, you can even pursue in the medical things, in the medicine line, allied science, BSc nursing. After BSc nursing, you can, if you really want to pursue that, you have the passion of the army too, then you can pursue the BSc nursing too. And after the nutrition and the diet, why I'm saying this nutrition and diet, because you can even see everywhere, every people want to be fit. We have a trend of fitness. You can even use your NEET knowledge to become a good nutritionist and the dietitian in by the help of the BSc. Guys, your knowledge is not waste, it's just your start. Never think like you just gonna fail. No, whenever you feel like nah you are gonna fail, always remember at that time you are just start in your life. And when you are just starting your life now, give a great push, and give a great push like you just cross all the boundaries and you are achieve the well thing, you don't even get the that thing in your dream too. And this is the only thing, those student who just fed up with your preparation, I'm not telling this information to every student, because we are publidians, where we just want our student is always stay happy. Physics wala is always want the student always stay happy. They never want the student is just focusing on one thing. No, if you have the another, like you want to prepare for the government exam, we have some government exam courses also. Don't worry about it, brother. We are everywhere to support you in the cheaper manner from the society. Fine. And after that, you can even pursue in the public health management. You can also go in the public health management, and you can even join the some non NGOs. Fine. And after that, you can medical codings, genetics coding. This gonna be helpful for you. Forensic science, this is the most interesting branch of the science of the biology also. And you can see also that most of the time, and now this time, the generation which is upcoming generation is being too introvert, not to be extrovert like our past generation. So they want more preferred the psychologist. So you can even pursue with the psychological tools, psychologist. And after that, you can healthcare, IT sector, these are also bombing in now time. Really, it is also very important. And the researches and the academics, if you ever want to join, just do the researches and become the doctorate in the singles. Guys, remember, be the dynamic, don't be stagnant in your life. If you being the dynamic, you always achieve your life, you always get very best thing ever in your life. I just want you to be the great person in your life. Fine. And I am proud of you. And Jai Hind. We will meet you soon. Bye bye. Take care.